Hello everybody, welcome back to Stories and Collects, where today we have a part 2.
And part 4.
Part 2-4.
We have part 2 of RJ Collects Sets.
It's a 2-4.
Christmas stuff.
This is
the stuff he sent for the boys. And part 4 of the awesome purchase I made from TCDB member, Bengals 818821. Let's go and check out RJ Collects Sets. Boom. Wrong one. That was our song we were listening to. Okay. So, RJ Collects Sets, still at 391 since yesterday. Sorry, people. Awesome guy. Awesome channel. He does so much stuff for the card community. He gives away something every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. He says a trivia question. You go, you answer it. You don't even have to answer it correctly. As long as you email him, you're on the wheel. He spins the wheel. Whoever hits 3 times wins the prize. He does a Mike Schmidt item every video. He does a random baseball item, and there is so much awesome stuff he has. I love watching it just to hear all his baseball stories because he's so knowledgeable in baseball, and to see all the awesome stuff that he has. He has such an awesome collection that is one guy I'd love to go and see his collection, because I think it would be awesome. Now what he sent today was, this is part 2 of the stuff he sent for Christmas. What he did is he was in an auction. Oops, I hit the wrong one. That one. He was in an auction on Mike, the Baseball Collectors channel, and Garrett Unruh. Hopefully I said that correct. They're doing an auction for Blue Jacket 66, his basement clearance. The guy was getting rid of a lot of his stuff, so they had the auction. Unfortunately, I missed it. But RJ picked up a mystery box, and he got a couple of sealed sets that he doesn't collect because he collects only baseball. So I had said that the boys and I might be interested. So let's see what he sent us.
I wonder with that intro, what did he send us?
I don't know. What did he send us?
I'm lifting up the camera here.
Oh, it looks like a pile of cards over there.
That's not for us.
I know. He sent us a sealed box of 1991 NFL
Football.
Upper Deck. Awesome set. Still sealed. The boys and I like football sets and everything else, so it's really cool that he sent that to us. And also a 1990 Topps sealed set.
Now, Father, I hate to contradict you,
Okay.
but it's not just football sets, it's all sets.
True. JR has this rule: if we get one card from a set, we have to collect the rest of the set, which is awesome that he is the one deciding that when it's mostly my money that's getting spent.
Hey.
But that's okay. I'm doing this with the boys.
I pay the bills.
I'm having fun doing this with the boys. Thank you so much, RJ.
Thank you so much, RJ.
Thanks, RJ.
That's not it, though.
What's that? Oh, there's more?
Yeah, we also got a card.
Oh. And we got a card. So let's see what the card says. Because I didn't open it.
Okay, Dad said you
Might like these. If not, take his stuff. Ha!
I
Oh,
agree.
we will, RJ, we will.
I agree.
I think they're going to end up taking my stuff anyway, RJ.
I concur on that statement.
AJ and JR.
Wishing you the happiest holidays and wonderful new year. Merry Christmas, RJ.
That is awesome. Thank you, RJ. That'll go with our into our box of traders. Any notes or anything we get from anybody, it all goes in there. We keep them.
I think we should
because they
change
mean
the
a
name
lot
of
to
that.
us. What?
Box of traders, because that makes them seem like they're bad.
I see what you're saying. Okay, whatever. You can name it whatever you want.
Oh no, I'm too lazy. It'll stay box
I know.
traders.
AJ, you're up.
So now we'll get AJ over here.
Coming,
JR didn't reset the camera. So let's lower the camera down. There we go. Make sure everything's straight for you, AJ.
Well, first of all, this ain't straight.
Oh, okay. Well, you make it straight then.
I did.
Okay. So let's get into the last row of the 4-row box of the purchase I made from Bengals 818821. Okay. We got some more. This is what, 82 Denver or 82 Flair?
I think so.
Nope.
No, it's
83.
83.
That's okay. We got so many sets that he's either finished or got pretty darn close. I know they go to a binder because every time we get 75% or more, it goes to a binder, and I'm pretty sure every one of these is going to a binder, pretty much.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
let's see what's in this row.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Juan Bonilla, Luis De Leon, Dave Edwards, Tim Flannery, Rupert Jones, Sixto Lascano, Gary Lucas, John Montefusco, Joe Pittman, Gene Richards, Eric Snow Show,
Snow Show?
Gary Templeton, Chris Welsh, Alan Wiggins, Rick Cerrone, Roger Erickson, George Frazier, Oscar Gamble, Ken Griffey, Sr.,
Yep.
Ron Guidry, Dave LaRoche, Randy May, John Mayberry, Lee Mazzilli, Mike Morgan, Jerry Mumphrey, Craig Nettles, Andre Robertson, Roy Smiley, Butch Weiniger, Chris Bando, Alan Bannister, Len Barker, Tom Brennan, Miguel DeLone, Gary Dubinsky, Ed Glenn, Mike Hargrove, Toby Hara, Ron Hassey, Vaughn Hayes, Bake McBride, Larry Milburn, Jack Percont, Dan Spilner, Andre Thornton, Rick Waits, Eddie Whitson, Buck Martinez, Lloyd Mosby, Rance Molnix, Ernie Witt, Alan Ashby, Jose Cruz, Kiko Garcia, Phil Garner, Danny Heat, Bob Knepper, Alan Nicely, Ray Knight, Frank LaCourte, Mike Lacoste, Randy Moffett, Joe Nercrow, Terry Pohl, Luis Pujols, Bert Oberg, Vern Ruthel, Joe Sambito, Tony Scott, Dave Smith.
Go up just a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm just zooming in a little.
Harry Spillman,
There we go.
Dickie Thon, Denny Walling, Larry Anderson, Floyd Bannister, Jim Beattie, Bruce Boccier, Manny Castillo, Bill Claudel, Brian Clark, Al Cohens, Julio Cruz, Todd Cruz, Gary Gray, Gray, Dave Henderson. It looks like Gary.
Hey.
Mike Moore, Dave Revering,
Reverend.
Joe Simpson, Reverend John Bobson, Mike Stanton, Ed Vandenberg, Richie Zisk, Doug Beard, Larry Boa, Bill Buckner, Bill Campbell, Jody Davis, Leon Durham, Steve Henderson, Willie Hernandez, Jay Johnstone, Junior Kennedy, Randy Martz, Jerry Morales, Keith Moreland, Dickie Knowles, Mike Prawley, Alan Ripley, Pat Tabler, and we got a Dick Tidrow.
Nice. Got 6 more piles. This box is complete.
Complete. Bump Wills, Gary Woods, Tony Armas, Dave Beard. That's false advertising. He don't have a beard.
Go figure.
No, he don't though.
I know.
Jeff Burrows, John D'Acquisto. How did you know? You were only 14 when this 13.
Mm-hmm.
So how would you know?
Because I remember back then.
That's impossible. That was the 1800s. How do you remember that?
Zip it.
Mikey.
Skippy.
Cliff Johnson.
Johnson.
Mike Cano. I said.
Actually, you know what the funny
Matt
thing is?
Cano.
We've got quite a few Cliff Johnsons in this box.
Yeah.
I don't think he's been on the same team twice.
No, I'm pretty sure every row we've had at least one Cliff Johnson.
Mm-hmm. On a different team.
Rick Langford, Davey Lopes, Dave McKay,
Okay.
Dave Mayer, Dwayne Murphy, Jeff Newman, Bob Owenchenko, Joe Rudy, Jimmy Sexton, Fred Stanley, Tom Underwood, Neil Allen, Wally Backman, Bob Baylor, got a Hubie Brooks, Carlos Diaz, Pete Falcone, George Foster, Rod Gardenhire, Brian Giles, Ron Hodges, Randy Jones, Mike Jorgensen, Dave Kingman, Ed Lynch, Jesse Orozco, Rick Onby, Charlie Puleo, Gary Rashish, Mike Scott, Rusty Staub, John Stearns, Craig Swan, Alice Valentine, Tom Fernierzer, Pat Zachary, Buddy Bell, Steve Cormier, Danny Darwin, Bucky Dent, John Grubb, Rick Honeycutt, Dave Hosteller, Charlie Huff, Lamar Johnson, Janssen, John Matlock, Paul Mirabella, Larry Parrish, Mike Richard,
Johnson sleeved.
Mickey Rivers, Billy Sample, Dave Schmidt, Bill Stein, Jim Sundberg, Frank Tanana. His name is Frank.
From the Tigers.
Actually, it's from the Rangers.
Oh, from the Rangers.
Mark Wagner, George Wright. He's right and you're wrong.
He's right and you're wrong.
No, you're wrong. Bruce Benintendi, Louise Bittner, Dave Concepcion, Dan Driesen, Greg Harris, Paul Householder, Tom Home, Wayne Krenchicki, Raphael Landstroy, Charlie Lee Brandt, Ron Oyster, Frank Pastor, Joe Price, Bob Shirley, Mario Soto, Alex Trevino, Mike Valley, Vale, Dwayne Walker, Tom Bernansky, Bobby Castillo, John Castillo, Ron Davis, Lenny Fado, Terry Felton, Mickey Hatcher, Brad Havens, Randy Johnson. It's not that Randy Johnson.
It's not the... Nope, that's definitely not Randy Johnson.
Yeah, it is. It's Randy Johnson.
No, that's not Randy Johnson. That's Randy Johnson. Not
It's
Randy
not the
Johnson.
big unit. It's
No.
Randy Johnson.
No. Johnson sleeved. Maybe it's the little unit.
How tall was...
Randy Johnson was freaking tall.
Wasn't he like...
6... He
Nine.
was 6 something.
He was like 6'9", 6'10"?
I have no idea.
Yeah, he is Little Johnson because he's only 6'2".
There you go.
Little unit. Tim Lautner, Jeff Little, Bob Mitchell, Jack O'Connor, John Pacala, Pete Redfern, Jesus Vega,
Jesus.
it's Jesus, Ronald Washington, Gary Ward, A.I. Williams,
Sure it isn't Al?
no, part of Valenzuela, Concepcion, and Trillo, Blast Perfect Game, Hassian Barker, Blue, Vita Blue, that's like a name variant, oh, Black and Blue, Bud Black, and Vita Blue.
Right.
No, but the card's been cut.
Yeah, because on the other half, so either 642 or 644 has the other half of the card.
It's probably 642.
Yeah.
Cardinals checklist.
Let's go.
Royals checklist.
Let's go.
Pirates checklist.
Let's go.
Checklist of the
How do
Padres.
you like their logo in that?
What, the Padres?
Yeah.
That is ugly looking.
I thought you'd like it.
We got a Indians checklist.
Yes, it's the Indians. It's not the Guardians. Let's go.
Astros checklist.
Let's go.
Cubs checklist.
Sox, let's go.
Mets checklist.
For Dom, let's go.
Reds checklist.
For Jimmy, let's go.
Special cards checklist.
Let's go.
Let's go!
Let's go. Now we get into, I think, some 83 tops.
You are correct.
Well, he kind of did all of our late 70s, early 80s.
He did 1978 to 1983 tops.
So far.
Yeah, and then that.
And then Miscellaneous, pal.
Miscellaneous.
Miscellaneous.
You are weird, Mr.
Okay, fine. It's
Galanius.
Mr. Galanius.
Zoom out, sir.
Zoom out. Zoom, zoom, zoom.
Zoom out.
Out.
You gotta zoom out.
I zoomed out.
Get to the chopper.
There's no chopper in baseball.
Yeah, it is. That's when you do a horrible swing. It's called a chopper, and it just hits the ground. Search it up. Chopper in baseball.
No.
Greg Minton. It's a thing. Yes. Do it now. John Wathan. Gene Richards. Steve Balboni. Garmin Thomas. Billy Gardner. Larry Herndon. Ken Tuchel. Oscar Gamble. Mike Heath. Steve Murrah. Hal McRae. Jerry Royster. Doug Corbett. Bruce Boccia. Randy Jones. Jack O'Connor. Daryl Johnson.
Johnson. We got a Johnson manager even. I miss manager cards.
I missed Johnson.
Do you miss Johnson?
I missed a few.
Probably. I think I've caught most of them. But there you go. Johnson's league.
I know you like catching Johnsons.
AJ.
What?
You're special.
I know. Terry Poole. So wear a helmet inside. Jerry Turner.
Mr. Concussion, yeah.
Don Robinson. Richard Dodson. Dave McKay. Bob Horner. Onyx Concepcion. Mike Witt.
Senior.
Jim Mahler.
Oh, there's one for Dom.
Mookie.
Mookie Wilson.
Chuck Rainey. Tim Blackwell. Al Holland. Johnny Bench. Johnny Bench. Bob McClure. Bill Stein. Bob Lillis. Sal Butera.
Butera.
Lee Lacey. Tom Pastorak. Julio Gonzalez. Amos Otis. Rick Mahler. Bill Cottle. Yeah, Dave Rigetti. And a Jerry Mumphrey. Bruce Hurst. Milt May. Tom Home. Jerry Rouse. Larry Milburn. Mick Lacoste. John Castino. Dick Helzer for the Dave Beard. He does not have a beard in this either.
Nope.
Darryl Porter. Bob Walk, worst name for a pitcher. Gene Nelson. Mike Jorgensen. Glenn Hoffman. Neuron Ronick. Jim Slayton.
Just a bit.
Dave Schmidt.
Centered, and then I can just...
Chris Welsh.
Did you hit the box again?
Not on purpose.
Well, I hope not.
Tom Brookins. Len Barker. Mickey Hatcher. Got a Jimmy Smith. George Frazier. Preston Hanna. Rick Hamsey. Checklist.
Let's go.
No, you're saying it wrong. It's checklist. Let's go! You gotta say it with more energy. Come on, man.
Okay, fine. Let's go.
Haha, you're funny.
I know.
No, you're not. Todd Cruz, Jim Barr, Willie Aikens, Woody Fryman, Rick Dempsey, Bruce Benatendi, Mike Caldwell. Yes, it's Benatendi.
No, it's not.
I don't know how to say it.
I think it's Brian L. Or Brian Ely or something.
Joe Pettinen, Dave Roberts, Jay Johnstone, Jerry Koosman, Johnny Lemaster, Dan Quisenberry, Billy Martin, Steve Bedrosen, Dan Dreesen, John Pacella, Mark Brohard, Doug Flynn, Vern Rule, Jerry Ugder, Dave Rigetti, Terry Felton, Mark Fishlin, Ed Vanberg, Bob Clark, Tim Lawler, Terry Leach, Rick Miller, Dan Schatzetter, Harry Spillman, Bob Stoddard, Bill Faley, Jim Eisenreich, Kiko Garcia, Marty Bystrom.
4 piles left. And this box is complete.
Yay. Mike Morgan, Junior Kennedy, Ken Oberkefell, Rick Camp, Dan Meyer, Mike Moore, John Denny, John Stearns, Tom Bergmeyer, Jerry White, Mario Soto, Tim Stoddard, Roy Howell, Mike Armstrong, Joe Nercrow, John Montefusco, Mickey Rivers, Anos Cabell, Chris Bando, Tom Bernansky, Wayne Gross, Larry Anderson, Steve Renfro, Bud Black, Dave Stapleton, Dwight Bernard, Steve Sachs, George Bamberger, Dave Smith, Big McBride. Checklist.
Let's go.
Nice. Alan Wiggins.
Is that better?
Yes.
Alright.
You gotta say it with more energy.
I did.
I know. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Gene Gerber, Manny Castillo, Jeff Jones. That is a Larry Herndon and a Dan Petrie. Ron Jackson, Joel Youngblood, Frank Tanana, Mark Belanger, Harry Kennedy, Ray Knight, Gene Mouch, Greg Gross, Reggie Smith, Jeff Lady, Lance Parrish, Rick Langford, Joe Cowley, Craig Swan, Dave Angle, Greg Harris, Ned Yost, Ernie Witt, Jeff Leonard, Glenn Brummer, Brian Kingman, Nick Brolson, Paul Splitoff, Garrett Reich, John Tudor, Len Cicada, Dave Van Gorder, Mike Marshall, Bobby Castillo, Craig Reynolds, Randy Nyman, Glenn Wilson. We got Renee Leishman, Tito Landrum, Bob Ochwinko, Doug DeCinzis, Bob Baylor, Roger Francois, Sammy Stewart, Alan Bannister. We got checklist.
Let's go.
Okay, you didn't.
No,
That was too much.
All right.
That was too much.
Okay.
Checklist. Randy Johnson. Johnson alert. Johnson
Little
alert.
unit.
Little unit.
What?
Jack in the head.
What?
I don't know. Jim Bibby. Len Matsuziak. John Stuper. Bud Anderson. Richie Zisk, Terry Crowley, Kevin Saucier, Wayne Planchecki, Pete Vukovic, Lee May, Guy Solares, Ron Davis, Ozzie Virgil, Mike Easler, Manny Trillo, Steve Rogers, Rudy May, Marvis Foley, Pat Cano.
Matt.
What'd I say? Pat again?
Yep.
Julio Cruz, Bob Forsch, Joe Ferguson, Tom Hossman, Champ Summers, Eddie Whitson, Porfirio Altamirano.
I've never heard of that one. That's a new name. That is.
That's a
new
long name.
That is a really long name.
Dale Barrow, Dennis Lamb, Tony Armas, yes. Bill Campbell, Rick Sweet, Brian Downing, Lloyd Mosby, Steve Nicosia, Phil Garner, and a Scott Thompson.
Okay, last 3 piles.
What's the card of the
What?
What's the card of the video?
Don't know yet.
Dave LaPointe, Rafael Ramirez, Houston Astros, Don Hood, Wally Backman, Mike Flanagan, Reed Nichols, Eddie Milner, Lamar Johnson,
Oh, sorry.
all good, Bob Welch, Sixto Lizcano, Milt Wilcox, Ed Farmer, Roy Smiley, Steve Trout, Ronnie Smith, Tom Underwood, Ron Gardenhire, Greg Minton,
Jonathan Sleet,
John Lowenstein, Ray Burris, Cesar Cedeno, Bob Picacchio, Tom Niedenfuhr, Charlie Huff, Toby Hara, Lynn Jones, Dick Ruthven, Omar Mariano, Clyde King, Tom Herr, Warren Cromartie, Tom Berzer, Rick Sutcliffe, Moose Haas, Gary Templeton, Tony Scott, Doyle Alexander, Fred Stanley, Rudy Law, Gene Tennant, Bruce Benedict, Frank White. Checklist.
let's go.
There you go. Larry Bitter, Tim Laudner, Dave Stewart, Luis Salazar, John Butcher, Manny Trillo, Johnny Wokenfuss, Rod Scurry, Danny Heap, Brett Birds, Alan Folkus, Larry Whitson, Floyd Bannister, Dave Garcia, Jeff Zane, Brian Giles, Charlie Pulio, Tim Wallach, Steve Yeager, Pete Redfern, Ron LaFleur, Dave Rosema, Juan Bonilla, Manny Sarmentillo, Willie Hernandez, Bob Watson, Andy Hassler, Neil Allen, Rich Jauer, Marshall Edwards, Terry Foister, Dave Hosteller, Ivan DeJesus, Broderick Perkins, Eric Rasmussen, Dwayne Murphy, Don Ace, Ed Lynch, Don Money, Bert Roberge, Steve Swisher, Gary Maddox, Bill Nohardren, Alex Trevino, Vincent Romo, August Venable, Pat Corus, Art Ho. Checklist.
Let's go.
Jim Eisen, Bobby Mitchell, and Jeff Burrows.
Okay. 2 piles left. I think this is going to be it for the tops for the 83.
Tommy Boggs, Bob Ojeda, Mike Gates, Frank Pastor, Charlie Moore, Mark Hargrove, Bill Russell, Joe Sempito, Tom O'Malley, Bob Millarno, Jim Slunberg, Larry Christensen, Jerry Mumphrey, Lenny Fado, Kurt Befkoda, Jim Beattie, Beth Pokoroba,
That's another new
Dave
name.
Raring, Juan Beniquez, Bob Stanley, Rafael Landstroy, Lee Mazzilli, Randy Lurch, Ron Hassey, Denny Walling, Sparky Lyle, Rupert Jones, Chuck Tanner, Barry Foote, Tony Benazard, Jimmy Sexton, Ron Hodges, Scott Sanderson, Rich Gale, John Martin, Jorge Orta, Randy Moffat. Got a Johnny Grub, Harvey Quinn, Ron Reed, Jason Thompson, Al Williams, Dave Henderson, Steve Braun, Mitchell Page, Rick Ownby. Got Padres, Terry Kennedy and Tim Lawler, Scott McGregor, John Wathan, Darryl Thomas, John Matlock, Ben Ogilvy, Rod Havens, Luis Pujols, Alice Sosa, Bill Robinson, John Candelaria. Got a Rick Manning, Aurelio Rodriguez, Cliff Johnson.
Oh wait, I think that's this. He was on that team before. That's the second A's one we have of him.
Chris Spire, Jack List,
Let's go. Johnson's leave.
Jim Kern, Harry Heisel,
Whistle.
John Curtis, Rich Hebner, Rich Waits, Rick Roden, Dennis Leonard, Ralph Hogg, Dane Iorg, Ryan Clark, Gary Lavelle, Chris Chambliss,
Oh, what year is that one?
Craig Robinson. I don't know. It's the one with the baseball news, though.
Yeah, this is the traded set.
Yeah.
Can't remember what set that is.
Mike
Okay.
Marshall, Willie Davis, Reggie Cleveland, Tom Murphy. 1973. It says December 7th, 1973 on the back.
Then obviously they're the 74.
Tom Murphy, Cesar Tovar, Mary Rettenmund, Larry Gura, Tommy Agee, Greg Sinatro. Ooh, this is a cool card. It's from 1977.
Nice.
Larry Haney, Wayne Garland.
What year are those?
They're the 1977.
There you go.
Tom Peiselreich, Charlie Williams, Jim Rooker. This is the 1979 cards.
Nice.
Steve Kemp, Art Howe, Wayne Gross, Don Baylor, and Warren Boostar.
Awesome. And then finally, our final pile here of this awesome box.
Yeah.
We got some food balls.
James Brooks got a MVP of Brandon Bennett. Ray Bentley. We got a Jim Breach, Harold Green, Tim McGee. Got this guy, who is Luis Oliver. This guy, who is Bruce Coslet. Eric Bentley, Deshaun Watson on Elite. Got a Luis Oliver and a Jim Riker, Leon White. We got a double-decker by Oliver and Williams. Rodney Hallman and Eddie Brown, Alex Gordon. We got a Brian Simmons on UD.
UD, Upper Deck.
Yep. Curtis Keaton, Callie Smith, AJ Nicholson, David Kingler. Got Dominic Haskins, Dwayne Haskins. Close.
We got Pac-Man.
Adam Pac-Man Jones, Jay Schroeder, Derek Fennerer, Sam Witch, Week 17, Eddie Brown, Ricky Dixon, The Living Legend, Pete Rose, Living Legend, Pete Rose, Pete Rose, Pete Rose, Pete Rose. Tuxton Toros, Buffalo Bisons, Bobby Meacham, Jim Pankovitz, Steve Carter, Sammy Kafilia, Terry Collins. Got a Lou Thornton, Tom Romano, Andy Hall, Larry Melton, Bill Landrum, Rick Reed, Steve Henderson, Dan Dello, Carlos Ledesman, Scott Little, Reggie Brown, Bob Patterson, Reggie Williams, Miguel Garcia, Bill Plummer,
Pile out a little bit.
Dan Warthen, Russ Nixon, and a Rusty Kuntz. And Marty Martinez, Gene Clines, Roger Hansen. Come on. Dan Driesen.
This is a senior league now.
Dan Norman.
It's the tropics.
Art DeFreitas.
The tropics.
Yeah, tropics. Florida tropics.
Yeah. What movie was that had the tropics? But it was basketball.
That's semi-pro.
Yeah.
With Will Ferrell. Running on Fumes. Rough Outing. Tony Franklin. Mark Bombard. Don Gullett. Jim Lett.
Wonder if Rough
Ken
Outing
Griffey.
ever had a rough outing.
Checklist.
Let's go. Oh, here, give me them. These are your favorites.
Oh, tiny cards.
Tiny card.
Tiny cards! Dave Concepcion. Dan Driesen. Dave Driesen. No, it's Dan. Ron Oyster.
Yeah.
Don't know who that is.
Langford.
Dave Revering.
Close.
Pat Zachary.
That looks like Gary Carter, maybe?
That's not Gary Card.
No.
Manny Sarmentino.
That isn't?
No.
Oh.
This is... Don't know.
Oh.
Don't know who that is.
Ruffing, maybe?
Jeez. I don't know what to make it. And that thing.
And that thing.
Put it back in the sleeve.
Yep.
We got a Dave Concepcion.
Tattoo.
Tattoos.
Those are tattoos.
Yeah. Doug Corbett. Steve Henderson. Tim Ireland. Checklist.
Let's go.
Pat Zachary. Tim Ireland.
The Oklahoma City 89ers.
Don Wernan. Ken Griffey. You got Tony Perez. Ray Knight. Mike Armstrong. Dan Driesen. Steve Henderson. Checklist.
Let's go.
Ron Oyster. Checklist.
Let's go.
Ron Oyster. Steve Anderson. Mario Soto. Dave Concepcion. Tom Holm. Hume. Mike Armstrong. Checklist.
Let's go.
Checklist.
Let's go.
Checklists.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
No, so you gotta say it one more time.
Let's go.
There you go.
Okay.
Ken Griffey. Manny Sarmentino. Frank Pastor. Harry Spillman. Tom Hume. Mario Soto. Terry Carley. Ken Griffey. Ron Oyster. Don Wernan. And Checklist.
Let's go. We did it. That big box is done. Good job, buddy. Good
Thank
job
you.
there. And with that, we want to thank everybody for watching. Please give us a like.
What do you think of Jared for? He didn't do nothing.
Hey, he's part of the family. If there's something you don't like, give us a dislike. Tell us what we're doing wrong. We'll try to change it if we can. If we can't, we're sorry. If you want to give us a sub, please click the button below and ring the bell. If not, that's okay, as long as you keep coming back for more fun. We want to thank Bengals. I got to read it here. Bengals 818821 for the awesome pickup there I did, the purchase. He gave me a hell of a good price on all these cards. And I'm pretty sure it's getting close to finishing, but pretty much every one of those sets is now going to go in a binder. Because once we get 75% of a set, it goes into a binder, so it's a lot easier to figure out where the cards are. And we also want to thank, huge thank you, and Merry Christmas to him and all his family. RJ collects sets. Awesome guy, awesome channel. Does so much for the card community. He supports everybody. He's on in our breaks. He's in Ripping for Rookies. Don't Talk to Robots. You name it, he's supporting everybody. But we need to support him and get him way higher than 391. The card of the break is, or the card of the video is, the Dave Concepcion
tattoos.
tattoo. What year is that? 79?
86, I think.
86? Wow.
Yeah.
But it's really cool. Really cool tattoo thing. So when you sub up to RJ, tell him that Dave Concepcion backwards sent you. And with that, we want to thank everybody for watching. And
Have a fucking good day, everybody.
thanks, everyone.
Bye.